All right, here we are, final stage of 2020 Singapore Grand Prix, Williams Racing Edition, which turns out to be a bit trickier than when I was running through with another team in another account. So here we go, the 5 goals for the final stage. First goal, it's an average speed challenge. I mean, you have to climb up to P8. But that's really not an issue. It's the average speed that turns out to be a bigger challenge in my case. So here I have to level up George Russell, the driver, to what I can get him up to, which is just level 3. That's from basically all the XP that I've gained from running this event. Got me up to level 3 at the cost of some 72 gold. And then all the tuning setups that I got, now I have to convert it basically to leveling up the team principal, which I should be able to afford up to level 9. And most of the boost I am putting it towards essentially the acceleration and the grip, and the remainder that I have, I put it towards the top speed, nothing to the brakes, because I don't think I really need to worry too much about brakes. So to bring the team principal level up to level 9, that was 167 gold total. And of course I got a 1.6 PR point boost, I think. I wasn't really paying that much attention to actual PR point boost, but anyway, spec-wise, does give me a healthy dose of boost there. So now, when I ran through this exact same event on my other account with a different team, Mercedes, I had like zero trouble running through this goal, or actually really any other goal except for the ones that were just basically impossible. So but with the Williams, as you can see here, I am having a heck of a time trying to number one, keep the car from smashing into walls or otherwise skid off, So as I was saying, climbing up to P8, not that difficult. But maintaining that average speed above the target, 207.6 kph, that did give me a bit of a trouble. Certainly when I was running without any gold invested in the car, when I was running with the tuning setup only, basically motorsport dollars invested only. Yeah, I was pretty far behind the target that they were requiring. I think the best I got was maybe still like 206, which is good, 1 whole kph below the target they're asking for. So yeah, and so I kind of skipped around here and try to see if I could get through the later goals in this final stage without putting any gold, because I was able to do it in using another team. I was trying to see if I could, maybe if I just put some extra effort in, would I be able to pull it off? As it turns out, not so much. Like the goal 4 of the final stage, you have to complete within minute 23. A lap under minute 23, and that was not happening with without any gold invested in the car. So since I was gonna have to improve the car's performance to make up for either my lack of skill, but you know what, in this case I'm gonna blame it on the Williams. I feel like, compared to, let's say, Mercedes, which is obviously not a very fair comparison, which has highest base PR to start off, why was I having trouble with this car? Understeering, severe understeering. Like when, and when you're in a circuit like Singapore, with like just about every corner being blind corner. Understeering is an issue, you know? So yeah, I am either flying off those fast corners, like flying off the track, or through the tight corners, I am slamming against the wall. So yeah, and of course, so yeah, that's why I had to put some extra gold on. And as you can see, the goal 2, the fuel management goal, as it turns out, that's just an impossible goal. Either on the whichever team you use, I couldn't get through. So at least the Fire Monkeys have fixed the goal so we can get through without having to skip with gold. So free gold, hooray, that helps. All right, and here we got goal 3. Which is a drafting challenge. This wasn't too bad. You basically have to get up to P4 and meet the drafting distance. It says 7,500 meters, but I'm starting to just ignore the actual the unit, because 7,500 meters, 7.5 kilometers is more than a full lap here at Marina Bay, but it does allow me to get all that much before a full lap. So yeah, so with that being said, the first target to achieve is get behind the P5, which in my case is Charles Leclerc from Team Ferrari. So I will be using him as my drafting partner, so I can rack up, meet the 7,500. They call it meter. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but I'm just gonna call it. I guess we'll just call it 7,500 meter. Drafting distance goal met. Whoa, that was pretty close. But yeah, without those extra level up on driver and team principal, I would have probably, hit the wall and lost my drafting partner. So yes. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So yeah, so first goal to complete would be get behind find the P5. Don't worry about the P6 guy. Since you have to climb up to P4 anyway, so get all your drafting done behind the P5, and then once you meet the 7,500 meters, which you should be able to pull it off without too much struggle, if you have sufficient amount of upgrades to get to the previous goal, that is. So yeah, there we go, 7,500 meters met. And then now I can comfortably overtake, claim my P4. That was what was asked. Here we go. Now we can take it nice and easy. This goal, of course, does not, they don't care how fast, how slow we finish the actual race. As long as we come in 4th place with after accumulating the 7,500 meters of drafting distance. And this, yeah, make sure Charles does not try to get around, because they are gonna try to be pretty aggressive. But oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no. Gotta remember this, when you take too much time, there's gonna be more than one guy that's gonna try to get, around you. So had to fend off Lance at the final bit of the race there. But yeah, so the important thing is I did finish in P4 at the end. So yeah, so this goal, not too bad. Finishing best lap time, minute 36 and change. Of course, you know, I was taking my time near the end, so but they'll put the car in red, so we'll get that serviced. So we'll have to continue with this final stage after the service gets done. So here we go. Now, after getting those services done on the car, now we're back to fresh start. Now this is a tough challenge, finishing lap under minute 23. So this was the goal that, at least for Williams Racing here, that broke me down to get those gold spent on the car. So yeah, obviously the timer doesn't start until you start that target lap upon crossing the finish line. So try to build up as much speed as you can coming in through that final bit of the circuit, and I had to cut through this first set of corners because it takes too long for me to get through. I know, if you are one of those racing purists, yeah, I know, that was terribly offensive, really egregious cut. But in this event, I'm not too concerned about that. I just want to get through and win this event, complete this event, one way or another. So, and since I've gotten all the upgrades that I can get for the time being, without artificially pumping in more motorsport dollars to, you know, train the driver, which seems a little silly. So I'm not gonna resort to that, at least for now. And yeah, trying to see if I can score this lap under minute 23, which means basically I have to pull off near perfect lap. And yeah, so there we go. Just barely making it through. Of course, the race time does not really reflect the minute 23, but if you looked at the countdown timer, right, you know I was like down to the final second, really microseconds to wrap up this goal, the penultimate goal of the entire event, right? So yeah, that was a tough challenge, but nevertheless, you know, buy my way through, right? Getting those gold upgrades to level up driver and the principal, which puts me on this final goal, where you just have to win without damaging your car. We're starting, of course, in third place, because that's how we completed the last goal. So we just have, we got 2 laps to overtake the 2 in front, which in my case are going to be Hamilton and Verstappen. So the usual contenders at the top of the grid, right? Mercedes and Red Bull Racing. So this final goal, I didn't think it was all that difficult. Because number one, you have 2 full laps to do it. So, you know, and as you notice, I'm not making those egregious cuts this time because I didn't have to, you know. So I try to race clean when possible. It's just that when the option is not viable, then, you know, yes, I know I gotta make some cuts where necessary. So anyway, so as you can see, within the first lap, I have overtaken Verstappen to get behind Lewis Hamilton here. So not bad. carrying a decent amount of speed. And another tough corner at the end of that bridge. Alright, and then the final bit of the circuit where I have managed to overtake Hamilton even before entering. And then once you're in P1, obviously it's a lot more relaxing race to get into this final lap, lap 61. And yeah, so prior challenge was significantly difficult to pull off than this one. So it's almost like a victory lap here at the end, especially with all the, upgrades that I ended up with. This goal becomes that much easier. And then if you're wondering, would it have been cheaper to just skip some of these harder goals? Like, yes, but the obviously gold you spent to skip, you never, get it back. Versus the upgrades that you spend gold on stays with the car. So obviously that brings me that much closer to unlocking the Invitational Series. And in terms of Team Principal, allows me to get that much closer to, I already got the, Principal XP high enough by buying those tuning setups. So, might as well convert it and put it towards good use, improving the car's performance. And of course, there's also a time trial featuring this circuit going on right now, the special time trial event, We Race as One, I believe is what it's called. So, that gives you another reason to, I guess, improve your car's performance, since there's some gold to be won in that event. So yeah, all right, so as I was saying, the final goal, kind of a victory lap kind of a event, easily completed in P1. So yeah, minute 26. I know it was a bit of a casual run, but still, since I was able to get through a lap under minute 23, minute 26, is pretty easy to walk in the park, right? So there it is, the goal 5 complete, stage 7 complete, and for that we'll be picking up 25,000 motorsport dollar rewards, which is obviously significantly less than the previous stage, but we also do get to pick up 25 gold, so that's not for nothing. Get some of it back. And for choosing the car, of course, I have completed now 8th Grand Prix event for 2020 season with the one purchased. So this time I think I'll go with the Haas. And then, once I complete the American Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas, I will be picking up that final 2020 Formula One car in this account. That is, of course, gonna be the Alfa Romeo. So if you guys follow my channel, I already won that. Alfa Romeo was one of the first cars that I went with on my other account. So yeah, I already have the invitational on that almost completed, so I figured it's I don't have to pick up that car on this account. So like running 2 accounts parallel, that way I can kind of compare and contrast, right? Anywho, that is the end of 2020 Singapore Grand Prix. That leaves us with one more American Grand Prix, which is gonna be 10 days in or so. So 8 down, 1 more to go for, in this case, 150 gold reward. So, alright, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.